Going live. Confirming. Okay, here we go.
Hello, this is Mr. McFeely from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, and I'm taking time out for my speedy deliveries to remind you you're listening to Points of Interest Podcast and a speedy delivery to you.
On this episode of the Points of Interest podcast, two of us are going to talk about a movie we didn't see. A TV pilot I knew wouldn't work has to be completely reshot. And I now have weed delivery.
I love that it sped up and then
Well,
slowed
hello,
down.
everybody, and welcome to the Points of Interest podcast, the most generic podcast on the internet. I was on mute. My name is Josh Hawks. I am the 303 Ninja. And right over to the left there, she is my best friend and podcasting partner. It is the beautiful Master Raptor, Savanna.
Hello.
How are you?
Good morrow.
Oh.
Good. Doing awesome.
Good. Over to my other side here is my podcasting partner for life. He is the other guy. It's Mr. Francis Fernandez.
Hello. Hi. We used your song. We did an episode on Super Geeked Up about scores.
Mm-hmm.
The best scores. I don't know. Were you there for that?
I was.
You were there for some of it. Yeah. And we mentioned the theme song to Points of Interest as one of the best scores out there.
It's just
the best score.
It's bouncy. It's fun. You know.
It's bouncy,
You know,
it's fun.
you know who else had a really great intro?
Who's that?
He kicked me.
Hmm?
I missed all of that. What was that?
I said, "Speak geek to me."
Oh.
Oh yeah.
That's a joke.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Good luck finding it.
Yeah.
oh, I got it.
Well, at least it's
But
somewhere.
nobody else.
Right. How are you guys doing tonight? It looks like Francis is enjoying some of the same adult beverage that we were enjoying last week.
You seem much better now that I have my mango cart.
I tore through that 6-pack. I think there's one left in the fridge.
Oh really? Oh.
Yeah. It's light. It's summery. It was easy to chug. "Quote unquote" chug.
It's only 4% too. Yeah.
I mean,
it's not like
but eight or two of those equals 8%, which means pants are coming off soon. Because
your pants aren't off now. I mean, come on.
It's podcasting. We don't wear pants.
I was gonna say, isn't that part of the whole podcasting thing? You don't wear pants.
I
I'm
mean,
wearing pants. I didn't get the memo.
you should have. I mean, you could take them off.
Well, look, all Savannah's
Not gonna
missing. The only thing Savannah's missing right now is a pool in her living room and a bikini, like every other Twitch girl on.
This isn't my stream though, so it's
Nah. So all Josh is missing.
Yes, that's what everybody wants. They want to see me in a bikini, being super kawaii.
I mean, I hope they say that on here. I hope that's like the motto of all the females Twitch streamers. Like, look at me, I'm kawaii.
so you get the followers.
That's true. That is how you get the followers. Yeah. Oh man.
We're falling apart.
So how's it going, guys?
It is going, man. It's going. It's been a week. I got something cool in the mail that hopefully we could talk about next week when Savanna and Francis hopefully get theirs as well. But it kind of gives you something to come back to for next week. It's called
My gosh. Yeah. Cliffhangers.
It's called viewer retention.
It's suspense.
Exactly. You know what actually wasn't any suspense for me? Was the pilot for the Powerpuff Girls completely failing.
Okay.
But they were the CW. The CW decided they needed to do a live action Powerpuff Girls, and their iteration was going to be like college-aged Powerpuff Girls.
Oh.
Trying to deal with their adult lives. And
you know what else the CW did? The CW did the high school version of Sex and the City, and that bombed. So
I believe
wasn't that Buffy the
150%.
Vampire Slayer?
no. But the fact that they're like, they're bad ideas always.
Well, and I'm surprised, partially because this is the same house that brought us Arrow and Flash, the Burton Alley or something like that.
Berlanti. Berlanti.
Yeah, whatever. I didn't know but it's that dude's production house. So I just kind of figured that it would at least the pilot would at least air. But something that I saw today that I didn't see prior was that somebody was cast as Mojo Jojo Jr.
Oh my god.
Mojo Jojo
Jr. It just doesn't work.
Was it gonna be like a monkey man or like?
I see. That's what I'm saying. You can't. I was saying the whole time. As soon as they came out with the first news about this, is that if they were going to try and do a live action Powerpuff Girls and keep them, as children, you couldn't do like Fuzzy Lumpkins or the Gangrene Gang. Like you couldn't do those the bad guys, whatever you want to call them, because it just wouldn't work. Him would probably work, but
if they were
kind
kids.
of, I don't know.
Oh,
but like
It was like
him was so
some drag queen vibes to him.
but it was so
Which
ahead.
there's nothing wrong with that, but
So ahead of its time. That character. Yeah. Like at first, everybody was like, "What the hell?" And then everybody fell in love with the character.
yeah.
So I don't know.
I think.
Go ahead.
I think their problem is that Berlanti Productions are just kind of full of themselves now because they had so many successes, and now all of their shows are kind of going away, right? Like all of the Arrowverse is going to be gone in another season or two, gone completely. So Riverdale has been around for a while. A couple of their new shows are doing okay. I don't even think Charmed is still there anymore. Which is a remake of Charmed.
It's new Charmed.
Okay, I was like, I'm pretty sure that ended a while ago.
No, they're remaking everything. There are no original ideas anymore.
They're pandering to millennials, like that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
And Gen X.
Yeah, I mean it's failing. They did The Craft recently, the movie The Craft. Again, a reboot of The Craft, and I'm like, you're not going to do that. You can't. And the reason why you're like, what, is because it failed. Right. It failed as a movie. And it's just like, don't stop remaking stuff. Don't remake the power. It's just leave them alone.
And that's what I've been saying the whole time. Like we don't need a live action Powerpuff Girls. Nobody asked for that. So as soon as they said that they were shooting it, this is not going to work. And I'm glad that somebody at the WB, whatever the fuck it's called, was like, yeah, it's full of a bunch of pretty people, but the show sucks. Like, try again.
You know what they should do? If they want to have an all-girl team, they should be a couple of women who do like this podcast that no one listens to because they can't spell the name of it. That's the show they need to put out there. Like, I'm trying to get this podcast. I really want to listen. How do you spell it? I don't know.
I don't know. I know it exists. I know it.
I know there's like an asterisk somewhere there. Like,
there's an ampersand. I don't know.
There's a Russian backwards K for some reason.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Two of the numbers make a heart for some reason.
I know. It's the most complicated show to find, but I love it.
People fucking ate it up.
And how do you make a bird on a keyboard? Like, how do you do that?
It's like, I can't find that emoji. Where'd you find that emoji?
Don't worry about it.
Do you ever see that though? Somebody they'll tweet at you or text you with an emoji, and you're like, "Where the fuck did you find that?" And you go searching through your phone, and you're like, "Oh, that's right. I have this phone, or you have the opposite phone." You know.
And they download apps for like, I need a million more emojis.
Well,
but then they just show up as like X's on everybody else's phone, so it doesn't matter.
Right.
It's like I can only show eggplant, peach, water, taco so often. I need like the real thing.
Wow, the real thing. Well, do you remember when Kim Kardashian released the Kimojis? And it literally was like peaches, but it was like butts, like so.
I don't remember this. I'm glad
I never downloaded it. I want you to know that because you had to pay for it. So no way.
I remember that her app was like the number one most
it still exists, like the
game app, the fashion game app that she had that apparently made her billions.
Yeah.
I'm just like, that's
it's still going. I still get ads for it, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Just look at ads, it keeps telling me if for only $2 more I can buy, this hat.
Like a lot of people get those weird Wish ads that are just like some outlandish shit.
Oh God, I hate
the most recent ads I've been getting are all bootleg Transformers.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, I almost want to go to the website.
I mean, look, I use ad blockers for everything. I don't see ads for anything. Sorry, guys who need ads for revenue, but I'm not adding to your revenue in any way, shape, or form. Sorry, guys.
Hey, it happens.
Well, and the thing that got me was I was letting a YouTube video go in the background, and it went to the next video. I'm like, okay, great. And it showed this. The first ad was like 5 seconds. Then the second ad was an hour and a half. Because it was a freaking show.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, it's an ad, but it's a show.
Was it a Magic Bullet commercial?
No, I wish it was.
I mean, if it was, you sit down and watch it.
No, it was some kind of like protein supplement thing. I don't know.
Stupid.
Yeah, but it was like an hour and a half long. And I'm like, this is ad blocking everything from here on out. This is stupid.
Well, I use the YouTube app on Xbox, so can't really use ad blockers on that.
Yeah.
But you get around by that by paying YouTube $5.99, or whatever it is.
What is it called? Is it like Red? YouTube
Premium.
Red?
Premium.
Red
it used to be called YouTube Red, and then everyone thought it was porn.
Yeah. So they did rename it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's Red.
Okay. This is Red. Wait, Red 2? No, that's not.
So Colorado finally has made it into the future. Well, we've been living in the future for a while, but we took our next step into the evolutionary world of marijuana. And as of yesterday, whatever yesterday's date was, the 24th, marijuana delivery is now legal in select cities.
Wow. Is Denver one of those cities?
Denver City? No, I don't believe. The city that I live in, which borders Denver, does.
Huh.
So I signed up
Have you tried it yet?
No, I signed up with a facility that's rather close. So there's no real need for them to deliver, but I trust them the most of the 5 that are around me. So I'll give it a shot. It depends on the delivery charge. It all comes down to that. Because you're already paying a shit ton of tax.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
How long ago did I tell you about California's delivery system?
I mean, you told me about it. My grandmother also let me know about it.
Yeah, because I was like, oh my God, we've been delivering for like the last 3 years or however, since the day it was like made legal, we were delivering.
And it's something that I might look into as far as like employment goes. I first want to see exactly how they're keeping the people safe. That's the
Well-
big
Oh,
thing
to
there.
like not get mugged and.
I mean,
okay,
I mean, you can't 100% keep somebody safe from anything, and I guess you can by not letting them do it. But I just want to see what safety precautions are they taking? Are they arming people? Or is there a guard with them? Like, I just want to see how they're doing it.
Do you really think? Because, I think of the people who do food and alcohol delivery,
Yeah.
and they have they're just them.
Yeah. They're just teenagers, pretty much.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose maybe not for that. I'm thinking about like pizza delivery drivers, but
Right, but
And
they
the
all
biggest-
carry the big red bag or whatever that lets everybody know, around them who they are. The weed industry does everything they can to be as covert as possible.
Which makes you noticeable because you don't have the big red bag like everyone
Right.
else does.
Wait a minute.
I worked for a facility that had its own cash pickup service. Who their people would come in with vests and guns and the whole 9 yards. And their van was a very secure van. When the industry first became a thing and you couldn't store your money in banks at all, there were large, like, SEAL teams that were transporting weed and money that would, get out of cars fully armed.
Yeah.
And it was just crazy. And it's nuts to me that we're only not even 10 years into recreational, and here we are, breaking down the doors of delivery. Yes, California started with delivery, but everybody has to remember
You're
that
talking about safety.
and you have to remember that California is its own place. It has its own set of rules. It has its own etiquette. You can get high in dispensaries. You're not supposed to, but you can. Like, it's in a lot of ways it's more convenient in California, for sure. Like I said, my grandmother can order whatever tinctures or brownies or whatever the fuck she wants, and some dude just brings it to her. Checks her ID, checks her med card, and it's a done deal.
We don't even have recreational anywhere around here, so.
So the video that
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, please.
I was gonna say, just in Minnesota, we don't even have like actual like flour that you can buy. It's just tinctures and oils.
Tinctures and oils.
And pills. Yeah. It's so fucking weird. It's so weird. Anyway, sorry, Francis. Go ahead.
No, it's all right, because I wanted to see how they deliver here in California, and I found a video from a couple years ago, and it looks like how they do it is a single person, no security, no whatever. They're by themselves. They have like a black sealed bag that has to be ripped open. It's like not easily open. You can't just open it. There's like this guy had to use his teeth to open up the bag to get the whatever was inside, which looked like it was like tea. Like, it was weird. But they come in these really, you have to open the back. You have to actually remove the top part, and then there's like a seal inside. But it does look like it's very difficult to enter into these bags. It's like a lot of effort to open these bags up to get whatever the product is that's inside it. So it looks like that may be what happens with you guys then, I guess. It's just there's these really secure bags.
And you know what I might even do is order something, to have it here.
To see.
No, to have it here for the show next week or something. Because I get paid this weekend. So, like, if there is some sort of
a live unboxing.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll technically hopefully have our own boxes to unbox as well.
Yeah. So we'll have to see about that. But I'm excited for the industry, not necessarily for myself to get delivered weed, because I like going. But it's cool for the industry that we're finally moving forward.
Yeah,
catching up with some of the other places, even though we're supposed to be the leaders.
Someday
catch
we'll
up
be
with
a
us?
real state over here.
Mm.
It is weird how each state approaches it. I mean, California, like I said, it's doing its own thing, but Utah has medical. But, jokingly, you have to be about 3 breaths from death before they'll give you any sort of tincture or whatnot.
That's how Minnesota is too.
And that's
North Dakota,
unfortunate.
it's pretty easy, but yeah.
And then, and that's how it starts. And the people that are going there for those reasons are bringing the county and those stores a lot of money. And then the county starts to see how much money and tax revenue they're getting. They're like, hang on, wait a second.
Mhm.
If maybe we let other people besides medical people take advantage of this, we could fix those potholes.
Right?
And then the next thing you know, there's trucks on the road fixing potholes.
Who knew?
Okay, this is weirding me out. So there's I went to the map to see how many places where weed was illegal, like just illegal fully.
Mm-hmm.
You can't get it anywhere. It's only 1, 2, 3. It's like only like 6 states. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 states. That's it.
Where
6
it's
states have
like-
to get over themselves.
Right. And they're probably a couple of them in the Bible Belt area.
It's Alabama, South Carolina, Tennessee, Kansas, Wyoming, and Idaho.
Which is weird for Wyoming because, I mean, what the fuck else is there to do with the 10 other people that live there?
That's the point. Those 10 people are like, well, the whole 10 of us can get high at the same time.
Who's going to take care of the farms if we all get high?
When
I'm
my-
just like totally
when
just
my
talking
sis-
shit about an entire state I know nothing about.
When my sister and I were moving her out there, we drove through Wyoming, and I was just trying to find, I was vegan at the time. Well, maybe not. Either way, limited in my food, my dietary restrictions. And I was like, I'm talking to the cashier, and I'm like, I'm just looking for some fruit, like a banana or something. And she's like, there's no fruit. And I was like, what? She said, there's no fruit. And if you find fruit, don't eat it. And I was
Why?
like, what the fuck?
Why?
She was just like this high school kid, and I was like, what is happening?
Will you die if you eat the fruit?
I don't know.
That was weird. That's weird.
I know. It was just in the middle.
Whatever you do, don't eat the fruit.
And if you find it, don't eat it.
That's just weird and strange advice to give,
Right?
Yeah.
I was like, I just want an apple. Like,
Is that
wow.
asking too much to just get some fruit?
yeah, apparently.
Apparently so. Apparently so.
Apparently.
Um,
So, can I just say one last state, which I think is funny to me? Nebraska, weed is fully illegal, but it's decriminalized. So,
that's a contradiction, is it not?
yeah, I guess it's just like, yeah, you shouldn't have it, but
Maybe over a certain amount. It
Yeah,
could
I
be
mean,
too.
that's typically what decriminalized is. It's, decriminalized up to X. And then anything
Right.
over X is illegal.
Yeah.
weird.
Before
That's so
things went legal here, they changed it to decriminalized up to 1 ounce.
Oh, really?
So everybody can carry. You can walk around with an ounce in your pocket all day. You get busted for fucking graffiti or, beating somebody up and you have an ounce on it, they're going to be like, well, you should probably leave this at home. But, okay. You're under arrest, though, for beating the shit out of this person. So we're taking your weed, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, yeah. So you got, jaywalking. Like, hey.
Yep.
You should probably keep this at home. You're like, okay, I'm sorry.
But that's a syringe of heroin. Okay, buy us.
In this town, it seems like it. It seems like it. I haven't run across any, rogue random needles on the ground recently, but it has
That's
been
good.
a thing. It has been a thing in my past.
Somebody
Not
tried to set
my
up a needle
past.
exchange here, and everyone was like, "It's just going to encourage more use."
For both of us, all 3 of us, when we were in Seattle together all at separate times. That's a weird statement. We were blocks from a needle exchange.
Really?
Mm-hmm. The very first Nordstrom store is only a couple blocks from the convention center, and across the street is a needle exchange.
Oh.
Little Seattle tidbit for you.
Yeah.
Also, if you decide to take a cab or whatnot from, say, the ferry terminal to wherever you might be going, make sure you get into a car that's actually a cab or Uber or something, not just some random Persian's car.
Are you saying that our taxi driver wasn't a taxi driver?
Our taxi driver totally was a taxi driver. There was another instance where I was in Seattle with another friend of mine, and we got into some random dude's car who was like, "Where you going? I'll take you there." And he had a big smile on his face, just like everybody else did. So we said, "Sure, we'll go with you." We got in the back of his car, and there was no taxi information or anything. And
wait a minute, wasn't that during the advent of Uber and all that stuff?
it might have been, but either way,
wasn't that me in the car with you?
No,
I remember
it was me and Smurf.
It was you, Smurf. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you told me the story when I was there with you.
It's possible.
Yeah, because I remember the story vividly because it was after the ferry, and we're like, I think you either told me the story or like, okay, be careful. We were looking at all the cars and whatever.
I learned my
like,
lesson,
right.
man.
Oh.
Yeah. So, and of course, when we get to the convention center, every cab ride I'd taken there from the ferry terminal was like $10 at the most. And this guy was like, "Yeah, it's like 12. I'm like, what is it, like 12? Is it 12? Well, here's a 20. Oh, I don't have any change. I said, of course you don't. And got out of his car and slammed his door as hard as I could with the intent of breaking his window.
And did you?
It did not. Just like a few months ago when I tried to break the other guy's window, it didn't work. I should probably try something else because me and windows in the peak of excitement, it's not working.
I'll go for tail lights or something. Maybe that's the more ideal.
Right.
Yeah.
You try and hit and run me, well, I'll bust your taillight, so you get busted for something.
You're gonna
else.
get pulled over.
Yeah, I have no segue. Savanna, you watched Army of the Dead?
I did. I did.
Francis and I did not.
Oh.
Oh. That's why you said two people not watching, because I'm pretty sure both of you watched it.
No, I
didn't
not
know
watch
you didn't watch it.
Yeah, that's why I was laughing, because I was like, God damn it. Usually I'm the one person who doesn't watch anything, and this week it's the opposite.
I heard it was full of like movie tropes, like old school movie tropes. It was Ocean's 11 plus zombies and robot zombies. And
I have so many questions. Like there were just so many random things added in that like didn't make any fucking sense.
I watched a recap of it shortly before we started, just so I can kind of get an idea of. I have no intention of watching the movie really, so there seems to be a lot going on there, and it does seem very heisty.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. And then, yeah, it
like
just,
everybody seemed.
None of it makes sense. Like as soon as it ended, we were like, why was it like what?
Well, I hear that the best special effect was Tig Notaro.
Yeah. Isn't that bonkers? Like they had a whole other person.
That was
it was Chris D'Elia, right?
Yeah, Chris D'Elia.
That was like right when all those allegations came out for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but
and
that was
millions to replace him with Tig, and I'm just like, okay. And so I saw some of the screenshots and like some of the video of her in it, and I'm like, oh. It's pretty good. It looks
it's pretty.
it doesn't look like
I did see one scene where everybody was coming out of a tunnel or something, and everybody had guns drawn, and it was painfully obvious that it was a cut-in shot.
Yeah,
it's like the lighting's not even the same. The
like
recap,
a whole black shadow around her. So it's like, wait a minute.
The recap that I watched, they pointed out a couple things. Like it just like some of the framing just didn't make sense to the rest of the scene. Like the scene was kind of a wide shot with Drax and somebody else in it, and then it would cut to this actress, and it would be this weird blurry tight shot.
But I didn't know that until after, because like we had so many questions, and the person I was watching it with like looked it up and like did some research on it. Was like, okay, this is why and then so like. I just figured it was like a low budget movie, so I was just like rolling with it, like, yeah, this sucks, but whatever.
Right.
That's what you get when you have Dave Bautista. But then, Tig Notaro, I was like, what is this? So
I mean, part of me wants to watch it because I just recently found out that Dave Bautista's brethren, right? He's half Filipino, so I'm like, I gotta watch it because he's half Filipino. You don't get to see a lot of Filipinos.
His acting is.
He's a wrestler first.
But it's not even that. Like it's just, and I can't even fault him. Like most of it's the writing. Like, like they'd be in these like high pressure, like.
But it's supposed to be.
We need to get out of here. We need to get out of here like ASAP. And then they'd have like just this like heartfelt conversation, and you're like, do it later. What are you doing?
It's like, no, before we go. Yeah. I know the zombies are like right behind us. Yeah. I know one's gnawing on your ankle right now, but I have to tell you this. I love you, man. Oh, thanks. I don't know how I'd be able to do this heist without you. The reason why I'm not watching it, the biggest reason I think I'm not watching it, is because when it first came out in theaters last week, and all of the Snyder fans were attacking anyone who said anything negative about the movie. And I'm just like, I can't promote a movie where the fans dictate, like, are just so annoying. Like, they're just, I mean, good for them. I'm glad that they have someone to look up to, and they think this is like the second coming of a great director. They think this is an amazing movie. Every person who said, are you kidding me? This was a masterpiece, just like Justice League was. And I'm like, okay. All right. Well, good.
Is it asshole for me to say I saw a picture of Zack Snyder today and said he kind of looks like a zombie?
So back in the the 90s,
I don't even know what he looks like.
Anyone like all the douchebags wore is it Ted Hardy? Was it
Ed Hardy?
Ed Hardy. So they always wear Ed Hardy clothing, and they were like, for some reason in the 90s we were like, oh, those are the douchebags. Like we shouldn't talk to them. And I feel like Zack Snyder is kind of like the embodiment of that. Even though I hear he's a really nice guy, actually. There's nothing wrong with him as a person, supposedly. I don't know. I've never talked to him. I have no idea. But man, I mean, I hate to hate on his fans, because you should be able to be a fan of anybody. But boy, oh boy.
He's no Michael Bay.
Well, at least Michael Bay understands that he's all like he doesn't proclaim to be like this amazing director.
Oh no, but he's like terrible and like an asshole and like super sexist and.
Oh, is it really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right.
There's a reason like Megan Fox is only in like 2 of the movies. Like she was like, fuck off.
Well, there was that one Transformers movie where the guy had to explain that in Texas you're allowed to date someone under 17 due to Romeo and Juliet laws, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, that's the one with Marky Mark.
Yeah, it's like, hey, I'm cool to date underage girls. It's okay. I'm like, really? Why would you put this in a movie?
Yeah,
That's
it is
weird.
Texas.
I never thought about that, Francis.
Yeah,
like that is odd.
The character had a laminate of the law in his wallet.
What movie is that?
It's the one with Marky Mark.
Third or fourth Transformers movie.
Yeah.
God.
I don't know which one it is though.
Which is funny because the actress herself was like 21, and so like you didn't have to age her young. She could have been whatever age,
Right.
It's not like Marky Mark is 30 or something, where you had to make the daughter young. Like the daughter could have been whatever age. It was really bad, but it was really funny. I was like, oh, someone has to prove a point.
Nice.
Yeah.
So yes,
Someone's got some opinions.
that's the modern. Yeah, that's the Zack Snyder equivalent. I think so. Yeah.
I also heard it was like almost 3 hours long as well.
Is it 2 hours and 50 minutes?
What?
Right?
The Army of the Dead?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, I'm just kind of tired of zombies. There's been so many zombies over the last little while.
It's just its own thing. Like it's worth watching.
It's a popcorn flick, is what you're saying.
It really, like, I think you guys should watch it based on humor value alone. Like,
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, I hear they call them actuals. That like they don't try to give them weird names. They actually call them zombies.
They call them shamblers too, but they do. Yeah, they say zombies.
It's supposed to like, they're walkers.
The infected.
They're infected. Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, they're zombies. Just call them zombies.
Alphas.
Yeah.
They're zombies.
And apparently there's alphas.
Yeah, it's that part of it is just it's so they're like sentient and like they like they
grow hair.
Yeah, and I can't.
And some of there are robot zombies amongst all of them.
Yeah, and there wasn't an explanation for it, but apparently this is based off of a book, so but there was like an interview with Zack Snyder who was like, why can't there be robots? They're just seeking out all avenues. And it was like, when did zombies get smart? What? It doesn't, I don't know. Like,
I saw the opening scene. And
I hear the opening scene is like the only good thing about the movie.
There are trucks that are leaving Area 51. And in the sky in the background are two glowing orbs. And after the trucks go away, the camera's still looking at these two glowing, and not really focusing on them, but you see them shoot off.
God, I didn't even notice that. God.
Are they Transformers? No, I'm just kidding.
They might have been.
I don't know.
What's in disguise?
I don't know. I mean, if you say it's as funny as I'm probably not going to watch it all at one go, but if it's as funny as they say it is, I mean,
it doesn't move too slowly, which I don't know. Like, it didn't seem like it was that long, so if that counts for anything, but
I just know that, it's I don't know.
Yeah,
whatever. It's fine.
None of it made any fucking sense, so it's fine.
Quiet Place 2 comes out this weekend. I know what I'm watching this weekend.
I didn't even watch the first one, so
what comes out?
A Quiet Place, Part 2. Yeah. The first one, it's a horror movie where the Earth gets taken over by monsters who are sensitive to sound. So
okay, I saw commercials for it.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's more suspenseful than it is horror. The only thing that like I couldn't watch because I don't know why I don't like body horror of any sort. It was very minimal, but just a woman stepping on a really long protruding nail, and I'm like, oh jeez. All right, well, I guess I'm gonna watch this now. Ugh.
I watched a guy make the Guinness Book of World Records of walking on Legos.
How many? Was it the amount or like just time wise or
distance?
Yeah.
Distance. Okay.
Yeah, like marathon length distance.
Oh my god.
Yes. The feet were not a good end result. Let me just say that.
They don't make any more movies like The Human Centipede or.
I mean, I'm kind of glad because those weren't very good movies.
Or does anyone remember? I this was reminded to me the other day. It's like, does anyone even remember Two Girls, One Cup?
Yeah.
Yes. I can't forget it. Like, it's just there's no.
You know how there's like, millennials or I guess whatever the new generation is, like they don't know what this thing is. They don't know what that thing is, right? Because we're called our age. Well, actually, again, you're not concluded, Savanna, but Josh and I are the geriatric millennial. Well, no, I guess
no.
I'm
You
not
guys
millennial.
are Gen X.
I'm Gen X.
Because you're born in 79?
I'm not. I'm born 80.
Okay, so
I'm a millennial.
Francis, you and I are geriatric millennials.
Oh, we're the geriatric.
It's 80 to
millennials.
85. Yeah.
Okay. So
Josh is Gen X. Yeah. Geriatric.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
No.
Yeah.
Did you know that if you have a
Old
pregnancy
motherfuckers.
after the age of 36, it's considered geriatric pregnancy?
What?
36.
So many women are getting pregnant at 36 now.
Yeah, it's
So I
because
guess
they have
everyone's a
money and can do it. Like,
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean,
they can
yeah.
afford to have a baby.
if you had, well, technically, if you had the physical means, I guess, yeah, right. So everyone would have a baby.
You can have a baby, and you
Well,
can
here's the
have
thing.
a baby.
What's his face? What are these musicians and stuff at like 80 having babies with their 35-year-old? You know.
And it's always like their 13th child.
Yeah, their 13th child to their 5th wife. It's like,
Mm.
yeah.
Or like 7th girlfriend, or like, yeah.
Eazy-E's kids have finally all met each other.
Oh, really?
Yeah, as of like I think a couple years ago. I was watching an interview with Eazy's Lil Easy, I think he's what he goes by, and he was like, "Yeah, we just found out we have another sister or brother, either one. We just found out, 2 days ago, so we're all gonna go meet up with them." And I was like, "That's awesome." I don't know what that had to do with anything, but
Well, I just want to say that if, this is a good reason why, we don't have kids nowadays anyway. Because I have enough nostalgia for George Foreman and Jermaine Jackson to name my kid something stupid. Like Your Majesty.
Nobody's going to beat Your Majesty.
Your Majesty's the best.
Or all like 6 of your sons. George Foreman.
George, yeah. Georgina.
I know, Your Majesty is pretty good.
Your Majesty. The first time I heard that, I was like, no.
Who's that?
No.
Who's Your Majesty?
It's Jermaine Jackson's
Brother of Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
his son. Yeah. Your Majesty.
There's more. It's there's Jafar, Your Majesty.
Forgot he had a son named Jafar.
Wonder if he ever comes back from anything, and it's Jafar's return.
Yeah, the return of Jafar.
Oh, damn it! Fucking. Oh well, I tried.
Sorry, I'm trying to see all of Jermaine's kids' names, but apparently some of them are normal. It's really just Your Majesty. Your Majesty's the only one with the weirdest name, and Jafar.
And Jafar. I mean, I'm sure that's.
I mean, I would name my kid Jafar. That's pretty fresh.
No, it's like naming your kid Aladdin. I know, actually, you know what I want to name my kid? I want to name my kid, and this was when I was in my 20s with my ex. We're like, okay, we're gonna name him Mordecai. It's gonna be Mordecai, and I forgot the last name. It was supposed to make it so that the kid sounded evil. Yeah, it was like, oh,
too bad.
Like, it's not only biblical, but it's like devilish. It's
but now anybody would think you just named it after a regular show.
Oh, yeah.
When a long time ex ago, early 20s, we always came up with names for our future children, which neither of us wanted. So obviously it was pipe dreams. But one was Jackpot Magnum Force.
Jesus Christ.
That's perfect. I love
Falcon Steve Perry, I think was the other one. Those are the two I can remember. But
I mean, Falcon's a pretty strong name.
You don't like Jackpot Magnum Force?
I mean,
all right, here we go. 14 most ridiculous celebrity baby names. You got to do.
I bet Pilot Inspector's on there.
Pilot Inspector. So Pilot Inspector is that one Magicians.
No, it's not a magician. It's Jason Lee.
Oh, Jason Lee. Oh, Moxie Crime Fighter is Pendulet's daughter's name. Moxie Crime Fighter. Yeah. There's Rainbow Rames for being Rame's daughter. Where rainbow is spelled very badly.
Of course.
There's Breeze Beretta for Levi Johnston, daughter of Levi Johnston. I don't know what that is. Shannon Sosamon, apparently an actress, named their son Audio Science.
Oh, yep.
Jesus. Isn't
Ashley
Elon Musk
Simpson.
kid named something weird?
Who?
Elon Musk?
Yeah, it's XAE12.
That's right. No, but the kid has a normal name too now. Because
They
he
just
got a lot
call
of
him
flack for that.
they just call him X Ash, I think, or Ash.
Ash, I think it's
Yeah.
Ash.
Because California wouldn't let them put a number in the name. So but it's still X Ash AE12. There's something else in there, isn't there?
Oh, there's like there's like symbols and stuff in there. Like it went crazy.
Hold on, now I got look.
The other name I'm gonna say is Frank Zappa's daughter, Moon Unit.
Not Dweezil, the son.
Dweezil.
Yeah, Dweezil's pretty fucking weird. I knew a lady.
Oh yeah, it's X Ash AE or X AE A12. But the AE is pronounced Ash. So.
I don't know how they didn't make this list. Oh, there it is. There it is.
It's
Elon
probably
Musk
what sparked the list.
Is
right.
X Ash, but it's AXII. Yeah.
There was a lady that lived across the street from me when I was a kid, or across the street from my grandmother. They named their daughter Quay, Quay. I thought that was really weird.
And there's that one famous name, Absidy, right? Absidy, ABCDE.
Yep. Or Ladasha, which is just LA, literally -A.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that. Or Shithead, which is pronounced Shithade.
That's awesome.
Oh
man. I ran through all my
what
bullet
a weird
points.
Tangent.
Yeah, and with that, I actually ran through all my bullet points.
Oh, okay.
So, what do you guys got?
Oh, well, I okay. How much time do we have left?
Roughly 15.
15.
Roughly.
I don't. Do you guys work out?
I go on long walks,
Mm-hmm.
and I interspurt a little bit of spurt running, sprinting. I guess I do like half a block of a jog and then half a block of walking and go back to the jog, because when I start running, I start saying to myself, "What the fuck am I running from? Why am I running? Stop running." You only run when you need to run from something. Stop. And then I go back to walking.
I have dogs, so daily walks. I have a rowing machine that I bought.
Yep. So you got some biceps then, triceps going.
Not yet, but we'll get there. I also like to play Just Dance with the Switch. It sounds so stupid, but it's a work. They have a workout mode where they like pick the faster beat songs, and also it's softball season, so
you'll be
did you get a softball daddy? I know you were looking for
we
one.
did we got our softball daddy.
Good,
yes,
good.
Is that the person who funds the
our
team?
sponsor? Yeah. Pays our league fees.
So you guys have a means of staying active.
I try to. I mean, even though apparently I'm gaining weight according to my best friend, it's fine.
Yeah, that's so weird. I mean, we all kind of reacted differently. Like, I've been eating a lot less, as a result of all this. So I've actually lost some, but I started. I haven't been active at all. I used to walk for because I have an Apple Watch, so it's like, oh, finish your rings, all that stupid stuff. And so I would go for walks, but you've been kind of indoors for obvious reasons. And I know this is a little late, even though because we're now opening up everywhere. Like June 15th, apparently California's gonna be open pretty much completely.
Okay.
I can be outdoors again, but it doesn't matter. I still don't like the outdoors, so I got myself the Ring Fit for the Switch.
Oh.
And it's probably the most amazing. Next to the dancing games, it gets the job. Like, I'm amazed how well this thing gets the job done. And I actually tweeted about it, and somebody replied like, "Yeah, if you want to get a really nice butt, this is how you do it." And I'm like, "Yeah, apparently, because you do a lot of squats, you do a lot of leg and squat work, so you do a lot of things with your legs and your butt. So apparently, it's very good with the butt work. But it also has a dance. It has multiple games. Like, I'm gonna try out the dance version of it tomorrow.
Nice.
Because I'm sore.
Report back.
I'm literally, I did about 20 minutes of exercise on this thing, and my muscles are sore. Like, I actually feel it. Like, I felt it. My legs are sore, my butt's sore, everything's sore.
That's how I feel with Just Dance. Like, when I was first starting, I was like, God, I'm out of shape if I'm this sore just from swinging my arms around. But right when I got the rower, I was like doing a ton of reading on it, like what's a good amount of time for this, and like to make it count. And it was like usually about an hour, and I can make it like 20 minutes, and I'm like, everything hurts.
Yeah, because with this one you're like running and jogging in place and stuff, and like with the rower, like you're
a full body
workout. Like,
that's why I got it.
It's insanity, but it's all muscle though.
Yeah,
that's the thing. So you're really just building a lot of muscle and endurance and stamina, I guess.
That's really just what I want. I say that I have a weird soft back. I don't like it. There's no definition. So
yeah, well, what's funny is, like, I spent a lot of my life working out. I used to do a bunch of martial arts over the years. I did a bunch of, like, I went to the gym for many years, and then it's just over the last maybe 5-10 years I have been pretty sedentary. It's like,
I used to have a trainer. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was Josh. That was like right when we started really hanging out, like talking. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had a trainer that I went to twice a week. I had some fucking pipes, and I missed those.
And that's not really why I'm doing this, more than I just kind of like, I'm going to be traveling more again. Mm-hmm. And I want to be able to not be winded a couple hours into it.
Oh, I've got asthma, so that's just going to happen anyway.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, that's going to be tough. But doesn't working out kind of help with that still too? Like, it helps with the lung endurance?
Yes and no. I think it does kind of strengthen the lungs a little bit, but I feel like when I was working out more, I had more asthma attacks, but
like,
who knows?
And it's just kind of, this is going to be weird because I just saw this the other day and I actually did it, and I feel weird doing what I just did, but I entered a contest on United. So United is giving away a year-long travel anywhere they go to. You can travel wherever they want at any levels. You could be first class if you want, but you can travel for an entire year wherever they travel, and they give you the ticket for free if you upload your vaccination card.
Really?
Yeah, which was weird because I'm like, this is a little weird, but I really want to travel. And so either that's the first place prize. Then there's like 10 second place prizes where you get a single ticket, any class, to anywhere you want in the world, one flight, round trip, and you get to bring one person with you.
Wow.
So it's pretty awesome. And that's another reason, like, I'm like, oh man, if I'm going to be doing all this stuff, I need to be able to not get winded. So at least you guys have been ahead of the game. And Josh, don't listen to it's all muscle. That's muscle, man. It's all muscle he's noticing.
Yeah. Yep.
It's all that ab muscle even.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There was
well, I have a six-pack when you can have a whole keg.
There was an instance when, God, 20 plus really years ago, where we both belonged to the same gym, and let's do the Stairmaster, he says, and I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. And I get on it in the first like 2 minutes. I'm doing great. I feel good. I'm pumping, and I'm way at the top of the thing where you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
And about the 3.5 minute mark, I'm noticing that Ted Turner has left my body, and everything has gone black and white. And I'm no longer at the top of the hydraulic pumps. I'm at the bottom at the base plate, slamming the things into the base plate. Yeah. And I had to look up at my best friend, who looked down at me and said, "You should probably get off of that because you're about to pass out." Yeah, that's a good idea.
Like, I get why people like them because that's a full body workout too, you know, and just they're insane.
You want that butt definition? That's the one right there.
I mean, I'm Irish, so I mean, the likelihood of me getting any kind of butt definition is zero. So,
I always think
we
back
could
to that
try.
King of the Hill episode where Hank has no butt, and I'm like,
it's me.
What? I don't have
a butt. I don't have a butt. It's like a frog wearing jeans. You know, you stretch them out. And...
Jesus.
Ouch. Oh my God.
Me. I'm talking about myself.
Still, that's rough.
So that's why I wear leggings, because they give me every ounce of definition I can take.
I'm gonna get some of those Instagram or TikTok leggings.
Yeah.
And then I'll have some butt definition. I'll take pictures.
My friend got some, and she is tall. She's a tall woman, but she also has a smaller butt, and she was like, "You guys, when I say these were the worst leggings." She was like, seriously.
Man, but I remember it. I hate doing the. I remember. Wow, I don't remember when leggings became a thing. It used to be a thing you could only wear indoors. You never wore leggings out, right? Women would always just wear the leggings indoors for their yoga time or whatever.
Well, they started as yoga pants.
Yeah.
That's basically what it was. And then it just kind of, I was never that person either. Like, I only wore them if I was at the gym. And then it just kind of, you know, I don't like, I do wear them as pants, but I don't wear them, like, my butt is always covered, but that's probably just me and my insecurities more than anything.
Wear jeggings.
I mean, yeah, no, they're just leggings.
Yeah, but they look like jeans.
Mine don't.
Oh.
I do have a pair of jeggings, but...
There's a wrestler that uses jeggings.
Really?
Yeah, they're sweatpants more. I mean, they have a drawstring and they look like jeans, but they're not jeans.
I'm saying I don't.
Orange Cassidy.
We've never had a clothing that.
Orange Cassidy.
Oh
yeah. Actually, this weekend is an AEW pay-per-view.
Fuck.
Well, have fun, guys. Can't wait to hear about it.
I'm actually going to somebody's house to watch it.
Nice.
Yeah.
I did that for WrestleMania. It was so fun.
Yeah, and I think this is going to be a good time. It'll be the first larger gathering. I mean, it's probably going to be like, 10 people total.
Yeah.
But like, it's going to be the first time in a long time, just like everybody says. Oh, it's been a long time. Yeah, we know. We've all been there with you.
All we did was just like hug for like 5 minutes. We're just like, missed you so much.
Mm.
Oh man, yeah. I'm that's the how everyone took a picture of their vaccination card. I think that's the next pictures we'll be seeing a lot of is the hugging, or the leg humping or something. I don't know. Who knows? I mean, people are.
If Deep Roy's there. Yes, you will see some leg humping. And I'm not saying that because he's a little person. I'm saying because he was humping legs. I watched it. I saw it with my own eyes.
Yeah, there's a little person comedian who like to do that.
And the dude can drink.
Oh, jeez. Well, you know what? I bet his entire his entire body was really just one big liver.
Yeah.
Filtering it all out. Oh man.
Oh, well, I think we've run out of things to talk about. Francis, Savanna, thank you as always for coming and hanging out every week as we do this adventure. Savanna, where can the people find you on the internets?
Twitter, Master Raptors, all one word.
We'll see pictures of dogs and stuff.
I think I'm just
DAWGS dogs.
Dogs.
Word.
Some dirty dogs. Francis, where can the people find you?
SincereSarcasm.net. I feel like I want to talk about like old weird things from the internet because, who knows?
I'm writing it down right now.
Huh?
I'm writing it down right now.
Okay.
We can
But
make it a thing.
Yeah, do old weird stuff, but not the weird stuff I want to talk about, like goatsy or something.
Blue waffles.
Blue waffles and stuff. Yeah. Oh man. How many people don't know what that is? Don't know what that is.
Like Ask a
Ninja. Don't know what
Ninja.
that is.
Remember Ask a Ninja?
I remember you showed me. We watched a video recently of Ask a Ninja.
I think we did.
Yeah.
That was definitely the infancy of the internet for sure, when things got crazy. But yeah, I wrote it down so we can do it.
Okay,
next
that's
time.
a good topic.
Yeah, and you can catch Francis on Super Geeked Up, which is tomorrow night.
Tomorrow, yeah. We did an episode recently about theme songs and points of interest. They made it into the list, so go check it out at supergeekedup.com.
It starts, at the top of the hour ish. Kind of like this show. We stop at the bottom of the hour ish. You can find me at 303_ninja on the Twitters, 303ninja on the Instagram. Email is ThePOIPodcast at gmail.com. Text, call, or voicemail 314-764-7631. It spells out POI Pod 1 because I don't like synergy.
I just realized what I love about it. I just realized is like you never have to remember anything because it just scrolls up the top of the freaking page.
Yes, and I
just have to read off the top.
I may or may not have been using it as a teleprompter.
That's perfect. Oh, that's perfect.
Yes, technology is awesome. Catch us every week here on Twitch. Follow us, comment. Thank you if you do. And if you're on the YouTubes, like, follow, subscribe, do all that sort of stuff because that's what you're supposed to say. And we'll see you guys next time. Thanks, you two, for not fucking dying laughing this time.
No, but if you're watching the live stream though, you'll notice that those are the actual sizes of our heads. Mine is really small. Josh's is in the middle. Savannah's is just huge. It's just so big. I love it.
Oh, well. We'll see you guys all next week.
Thanks.
Bye-bye. Yeah. See ya.